Hello, Papen here, and let me show you the new features inside Quad. First one you will find in the play mode. Now you also have the option to use Unison in poly mode, mono mode, legato, and even with the Arpeggiator. Well, this sound uses polyphonic playing and 3 Unison. Well, there's more new. As you can see here, we added also a delay parameter. If you turn the dial fully to the left, you have a normal unison. So all the 3 unison notes are on the same timing. But you can delay the second and third note by opening the delay. Well, somewhere in between you have then a bit more human setting for the unison. By the way, the presets in this tutorial and also of the first tutorial I added to the last version of Quad. If you go to your browser, inside the example presets you will find the presets. Well, by using this preset I can show you the other new features we have. Well, we have here Unison, and 2, 3, 4 and 6 are the regular normal Unison modes. But we also added something else, which is called 2 octave, 3 octave, 2 special and 3 special. 2 octave means that instead of having both of the Unison notes at the same note, you play the first note and the second one is just 1 octave lower. Listen. As you can hear, there's also stereo spreaded, so one is to the left and one to the right. You can also add some delay. Also new mode is 3 octave, which means that if you play a note, 1 octave lower is a note played and 1 octave higher is a note played. Let me open the delay to show it. Well, and there is 2 special, and 2 special is equal to 2 octaves, only each note has also an additional note for the unison. Same goes for 3 special. 3 special means 1 octave lower a note played with a unison, the original note played with a unison, and 1 octave higher a note played with a unison note. So essentially you can say that 3 notes special is equal to 6 unison and 2 special is equal to 4 unison. Only the notes are spread in octaves. Of course you can do some cool things with it. Let me show you a few presets. Well, this preset uses 2 special. Let me show you the normal unison. It happens at the same note, and 2 special means unison on the first note, but also 1 octave lower. This preset uses 2 octave. When I go back to normal, I simply need to select here polyphonic. And unison poly has then 2 octaves playing. And as you can notice, the spread spreads the stereo. So 1 octave low is on the other side and the higher one is on the opposite side. Keep in mind that with 2 octave and 3 octave, the detuning, so this amount dial, is not working, since if you're going to detune the octave, that's not sounding very well. Another feature in Quad is that you can use the Arpeggiator as modulator. So you select as mode, mod, which means that the Arpeggiator starts to play even if you are in polyphonic mode, or mono mode or legato mode. But this time you can use it as a modulator. In this preset, the ARP velocity row, which is down here, is used to control the filter frequencies. Let me select another preset. This preset is called Magic Arp and Modulation Wheel. So now the Arpeggiator modulates the filter, but also the X from the phase distortion of oscillator 1. And if you find the tempo too high, simply go to the Arpeggiator and make it half. Let me select another preset. Well, this about the new features. Inside the example folder, I also added other presets. For instance, this one, oscillator XY to filter 1. In this preset, the oscillator 2 is shut down, but I use the X and Y of the oscillator 2 to modulate the filter 1. It's done here in the modulation matrix. You can see phase distortion X and phase distortion Y of the oscillator 2 are used to control the resonance and the filter. This is another example of what you can do synthesis-wise with Quad. In this preset called Modulation Wheel Morph Bass, I use the modulation wheel to control the volumes of both oscillators. When it's closed, I hear the oscillator 1. When I open it, it moves to the oscillator 2. Because both of the oscillators have its own character and own setting, it sounds like a morphing sound. So the modulation matrix is very important to do some creative stuff. Another example is Papen Quad modulation arp. In this preset, I control the modulation wheel to adjust the length of the reverb active. So I select the third parameter here of fx2, which is length. In the original one preset, most likely you have to bring back this to, let's say, 60%. And then if you play, just open the modulation wheel. Of course, there is a kind of artifact because you change dynamically the reverb length, but this sounds still very nice, very smooth in the music, very special. Here's another tip for the guys who are missing the pulse width modulation option or the symmetry control inside Quad. Well, this is possible. Check this preset, Square PWM, inside the example folder. Oscillator 1 is here set as square waveform. And then I use the 2-point phase distortion and I set this X and Y to the middle. So X is 50% and Y is 50%. And if you address now a free LFO or whatever to the X movement, you get symmetry modulation. The new features inside Quad open a new range of sounds, of course. Another example in this is this X-bass Octave, which is originally this sound. And then I simply selected Unison, Legato, and with the Unison mode 2 octaves.